I don't know what the hell is Ubisoft's problem when it comes to Assassin's Creed Shadows, but these guys continue to make stupid decision after stupid decision. There's this post going on Twitter right now that's gaining some traction, and translated from Google, they say, please spread the word. Assassin's Creed Shadows figures from Ubisoft, a famous Japanese hate and criminal company, a figurine of a destroyed Torii gate, has been released, which is believed to be based on the one-leg Torii gate that was destroyed in the Nagasaki atomic bombing. I've never seen a one-legged Torii other than the one destroyed by the American atomic bomb in Nagasaki. So, yeah, Google Translate is jacked up, but what they're complaining about is this figurine that's been released by Ubisoft for Assassin's Creed Shadows. And they're pointing out this one-legged Torii in the back. They're saying the only time that there was ever a one-legged Torii was the one that is still standing from the Nagasaki bomb. Literally, nuclear bomb fallout where millions of people in Japan died. A tragic event that happened in World War II. How out of touch is Ubisoft to where they would put a figure with a one-legged Torii? And this is a Japanese person, according to Twitter. This is just something that's floating around. I don't know how accurate or verifiable this could be, but the reason why I'm reporting on it is because I'm not giving them the benefit of a doubt. After you've seen everything that's happened with Assassin's Creed Shadows up to this point, I'm not surprised. They literally, at a Paris Expo, had an Assassin's Creed Shadows booth where they were using a sword that they said was an authentic Yasuke sword, something that he would have used. It was a replica from One Piece. It was literally a sword from the anime One Piece. On top of that, there's Chinese architecture in the game that isn't historically accurate. There's a Japanese reenactment group's flag in the collector's edition book, like the art concept art book, that doesn't belong in the time period that they're doing in here. Where can we continue to go on and on with this? They've literally been showing that they're complete idiots when it comes to having anything historically accurate or in touch with Assassin's Creed Shadows. We have Yasuke, who's being touted as a legendary samurai when he wasn't. There's next to nothing about his historical facts. Thomas Lockley literally wrote a book that was being constructed as an actual narrative of Yasuke being some kind of legendary figure when he's not. They used him as a historical expert and cited him in a podcast. Like, he's on a podcast as like an official source for Yasuke's history. And it's been proven time and time again that Ubisoft is just retarded when it comes to this game. This literally went to the national government of Japan because they feel that there's a lot of historical inaccuracies and that it's disrespecting their culture. Did it get very far in the government? No. But the fact that it went there is enough. And they're continuing. And now we have this tweet where they're saying the only one-legged Torii they've ever seen is the one from the Nagasaki bombing. How out of touch are these people? How out of touch is Ubisoft when it comes to this game? You know, at one point, I was giving this game a benefit of a doubt, saying, hey, it might still have good game mechanics. Sure, they got Yasuke in there, and, you know, it's all a whole bunch of woke ideologies pushed onto it in regards to him and him being LGBTQ and all this crap. Sure, it's cringe that we see him chopping up Japanese people to hip-hop music. Somebody signed off on that. And sure, Ubisoft is catering to a modern audience that doesn't show up to support any games. But I was like, you know what? Maybe at the end of the day, the game will be okay. But there's just mishap after mishap after mishap that they're having that just tells me that these guys don't know from their dick from their ass. So they're getting absolutely flamed. And you can see people, Japanese people at that, posting in here. Talking about the atomic bombing, they said that it was nuclear genocide targeting Japanese civilians. More than 74,000 deaths happened. And yeah, I mean, still, I said millions earlier. There was still a lot of people. It was mass casualties. And you can see that they're not happy with it at all. They're actually saying, is it possible for a Torii gate to have only one leg remaining other than being blown away by an atomic bomb? And here's another photo of it right here. So what is it? Is it just a unfortunate coincidence that Ubisoft is using a Torii bomb? Is it an unfortunate coincidence that this figure has a one-legged Torii? I'm not giving them the benefit of the doubt because Ubisoft has shown that they're completely tone deaf in regards to this. And this is after everything that we've seen from them as a company in regards to this game coming up. This game's coming up in November, and we've seen a petition where thousands of people from Japan signing that they feel disrespected. And this is a nail in the coffin, guys. If this is a mistake where they're so tone deaf that they put a one-legged Torii in there, and the only one in Japan is the Nagasaki bombing one, I don't think the Japanese people are going to forgive and forget. I mean, I might be clueless. I might not be informed about it. But seeing this on Twitter, gaining steam, there's over 889 reposts of it. Thousands of likes. It's gaining traction. It's literally gaining traction. And people are talking about it. Let's see if we can find some quote tweets. Let's look at post engagements. Quotes. Here we go. Smash JT says, why does Ubisoft spit on Japan literally every chance they get? And a figurine of a destroyed Torii gate has been released, which is believed to be based on the one-leg Torii gate that was destroyed in the Nagasaki atomic bombing. Ubisoft, cool brah, whatevs. Hey, check out our marketing screenshot and buy our Afro Samurai Yasuke statue, cuz. Did you know he was black? Did we mention that? He was all about DEI back in the day. He was the OG DEI gangsta, right? I mean, that's pretty much how tone deaf they sound. You see Vera Dark says Ubisoft has spent $500 million on game budgets before, so they either hired dollar store historians or are intentionally disrespecting Japan. There's no shot this many mistakes have been made. And yeah, again, like, look how many mistakes are being made. Razor Fist says Ubisoft including an artifact from a nuclear detonation in what promises to be the biggest bomb of the year. God is a stand-up comedian. If this game is a bomb, with Ubisoft stock already running down as much as it is, investors, minority investors at that, asking the company to go private or to sell. If this game fails because of their incompetence that they're doing, I think Ubisoft is done. And again, I wanted to give a benefit of a doubt to this game. You can see the consultants they hired were too busy focusing on transgenerational relationships and basing things off a historical vandal. The comments are interesting, and this was sad to learn this way. 3,000 people working on Assassin's Creed Shadows, and this is what they have to offer. This is the best 3,000 people can do. Maybe fire the bloat, get some actual historians, and do better. And that's the thing is they're claiming they've had historians, but honestly, I think all they had was just political activists that are worried about feeding a fake narrative about Yasuke so that they could have a black person as the main lead. And it's not so much that it's a black guy. I know the New York Times said to twist it that we're all outraged and we're racist about it. It's the fact that Yasuke is not a samurai. They're censoring people on the subreddit for debating that. Why do they want to control narrative so bad? Why do they want to protect Yasuke so much? If they're going to use a person of color, just make a fictional black guy and put him in the game. And I know they came out and said that they're going to go beyond what's accepted truth. That just means they're going to revise history, guys. That's all it means. They want what they want, not what facts are, not what actual historical inaccuracies or accuracy is. You know what I mean? They want to have a narrative that they could twist and push. And I get it. It's a video game. There is some creative liberty, but at that point, just make fictional characters. Just make fictional characters. Why continue this path? And then now you're just making mistake after mistake after mistake, and you're getting trashed. You're getting trashed for putting a one-legged Torii in it. Look, right here, at this point, I believe Ubisoft is full of clowns. I'm starting to think that too, at this point. And you know, it's sad to see what Ubisoft has become, how thin-skinned the employees are, how misinformed the employees are. how much cringe they try to, I guess, virtue signal and pander for. For a modern audience that doesn't show up, they're getting eaten alive, guys. So what are your thoughts? Let me know down in the comment section below. Subscribe if you're brand new. I'll see you on the next one.